Good morning, everyone. No DMAA here, coming at you with another double deck profile on Cardfight Vanguard for Stokea and Brandgate. So these two starter decks. It's gonna be more like product opening type video though, because I haven't actually played these decks and I haven't actually opened these up. Well, I opened which one? This one up. My brother opened up his and gave me his extra, so this one's opened already. But I haven't opened Brandgate. So I'll just this video will more be like product opening and looking at what the cards inside and talking about how the decks generally work, since I actually have not played either deck. I played against them, so I know enough to know how they fundamentally function and how to play against them and play with them, sort of. So this video won't be a typical deck profile. It'll just be more like product opening and looking out, seeing what's inside. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for the booster pack coming out tomorrow too. So look forward to that next week after I have fun this weekend. I got a big weekend ahead with Vanguard Overdress and Digimon locals this weekend. So alright, let's get started with these. Switching over to deck profiling mode. So this is the Stokea deck that my brother made from the trial deck. Well, he didn't make it the trial deck, but you know, still. So this is the ride deck. So this is what's your name? Lati. So this lets you draw a card if you go second when you ride on it. And then this is Bobby or Charis. Well, the real name is Charis, but my friend calls it Bobby, and I just call it Bobby because of that. I don't read. So when this unit is rolled upon by the grade 2, you may reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a grade 2 or less, you can call it, and if it isn't, put in your soul. Then during the battle that this unit attacked, it gets 5k in the back row. So he's pretty good, actually. The thing is, I heard my other friend took these out, I guess, I heard, because he doesn't like calling the over trigger. Something like that. I wasn't really paying attention, but apparently he took this ride aspect out of the ride deck because he just did not like the chance of calling over triggers. I'm like, that makes sense in a way, because the chances of you calling triggers is pretty high actually. Because if you don't, like, for example, if you mulligan and draw your cards, like, you already lost 4 cards because you're a ride deck, so your deck is and you draw 5 cards from your deck, and then you draw first for turn 1, so it's already 6 cards out, and you already have a 4. So you basically start with a 40 card deck, and if you don't draw triggers, like if you just happen to have no triggers in your hand after the mulligan, that's 16 out of 40. Like, that's triggers of your deck. It's almost half. That's like 1/3 ish. So it's pretty interesting to think about, you know. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that kind of makes sense. Very, very interesting. And then the grade 2, what's your name? Latis. When this unit is rolled upon by Magnolia, you can Soul Blast 1, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's unit, call it. If it's not, put in your hand. That's pretty good. Then it has a back roll effect too. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, you can Soul Blast 1. This unit gets 10k until the end of the battle. So, pretty good back roll swingers. But it makes sense why he would take this out of the ride deck. Like, his reasoning kind of makes sense. I wish I was paying more attention when he said that. I was like, I don't care. I don't play Stokea. And then Mongolia, the grade 3. Magnolia. At the end of the battle, this unit attacks. Counterblast 1. Choose one of your rearguards until end of turn. It can attack from the back row. And it gets 5k. And then if you Persona Ride this turn, though, you can choose 3 units instead. That's pretty good. Like, Persona Riding is very important for Stokea. It's pretty good. So, this deck is pretty much like, just swing really hard with your back row. Then the deck runs 3 of this Bobby guy. This guy. Then it runs 4 of this Cyrus. Once per turn, you can Soul Blast 2, reveal the top card of your deck, and if it's a unit, call the rearguard, and if it isn't, put in your hand. So there's 4 of this. And then 4 PG. I like this card. This card's pretty interesting. Lets you call more stuff. It's just like, it's really hard to do because this deck kind of like has really Counterblast heavy and Soul Blast heavy management. But yeah, it's amazing. Did I already explain this card? Latisse. And then Stomala this card. Counter blast, soul blast 1 once per turn. Until end of turn, this unit gets boosted and plus 5k. So this card's pretty good too. Then Call to the Beast, the order card. You run 2 of these. So choose one of your units and it gets plus 5k until the end of the battle. And then if 3 or more back row rear guards, it gets 15k instead. So this is defensive. Basically acts as a 15k shield if you have the setup. 10k beater. He just beats stuff. Pretty good, pretty good. Hope I showed that clearly. And then 4 of Duger. If you have 4 more of the rear guards, this unit gets 5k. So this card's actually really good because it's continuous. So it's even 15k during your opponent's turn if you have the full board. Then the only grade 3 you run... Magnolia! I explained this. So basically you just hope you can Persona Ride every turn. That's basically what you do. If you don't Persona Ride, it kind of hurts, to be honest. Because only being able to choose 1, it's like, But if you Persona Ride and be able to choose 3, it's good. That's good, you know? I wish I could explain more, but I haven't actually played the deck, so. And this is the trigger lineup. It's very similar to my previous videos, where it's like literally every trial deck has this lineup. The only one is my Dragon Empire because I decided to put a 4 front instead of 3 fronts. So 4 draw, 3 front, 4 crit, and 4 heal, and 1 over trigger. Then I'll put these on top so you can look at the artwork. So yeah. Those are my triggers for the Stokeia deck. Pretty good, pretty good. So I think, I don't know what variant I'm gonna make since my brother's making the Great Nature variant. But since I have an extra one, you know, we'll see what my polls do tomorrow for me for Stokeia. And maybe I'll make the Grand Blue variant. Who knows? So, yeah, sweet. That's the Stokeia deck profile. Yeah, so we can switch over to Brangate and open up my starter deck and see what's it all about. Alright, switching over to the deck profile for Brangate. So this is gonna act more like product opening since I haven't actually opened this up yet. You know? Let's see here. Open this up gently because I'm gonna put it back in the box. There we go. See what's inside. Good enough condition where I can just put it back in. Perfect. Let's see what's in here. Alright, let's see. So one foil, so every trial deck comes with a foil of the grade 3. There's no other foil for it. So what's your name? Sarah Snow. Or a Battle Princess. During your turn, if one or more of your opponent's cards are imprisoned in your prison, this unit gets 10k, and if 3 or more cards are imprisoned, this unit gets +1 drive. That's pretty good. Then Vanguard Rearguard ability, once per turn, counter blast 1, choose 2 of your opponent's rearguard and imprison them in your prison. Oh, nice. So there's 4 in the deck, obviously. There's 4 of that. Pretty good, pretty good. There's 4 of this card. When this unit is placed on Vanguard, your opponent chooses a card from their hand and imprison in their prison. If one or more of your opponent's cards are imprisoned in your prison, this unit gets 2k. So this is part of the right deck, I think. There's 4 of this. This is probably part of the right deck too. Knight Blue. When this unit is placed on Vanguard Circle, this card. When this unit is placed on Vanguard Circle, search your deck up to 1 prison, reveal it, and put in your hand and shuffle your deck. When this unit is placed on Rearguard, if one or more of your opponent's cards are imprisoned, Counterblast, Soul Blast, and draw a card. So I think that's part of the right deck. And then this is the grade 0 starter. You get to draw a card if you go second. Not bad, not bad. Let's keep it moving, let's keep it moving. So there's 4 of this card. This robot dude. When this unit's attack hits a Vanguard, choose up to 2 of your opponent's rear guards and imprison them in your prison. Okay, that's not too bad. There's 4 of that. And then there's Security Patrol. When this unit is placed on rear guard, Soul Blast 1, choose one of your opponent's rear guards and imprison it in your prison. Oh, okay, that's pretty good. I don't know how this deck really works. I think you just imprison and swing really hard with your triple drive. 10k beater. Automatic caution. Let's see here. Let's move these out of the way. So this card's next. Continuous Rearguard Guardian Circle effect. If one or more of your opponent's cards is imprisoned in your prison, this unit gets plus 2,000 power / plus 5,000 shield. There's 4 of this in the deck. This card's not that bad. It's good offensively and defensively. Then, let's see here. 4 PG. So, those are the Sentinels. Then the lineup. The typical lineup. Overtrigger. 4 crits. 4 draw. 3 front. And 4 heal. And then 2 prison. Now the prison. Let's talk about the prison real quick. Since... Let's see here. So this is a set order card. There's 2 in the deck. Let's see. Rest one of your units to play this card. So you have to rest one of your units to play this card. And then when this card is put in the order zone, soul charge 3. Then when your opponent can normal call a rear guard, they can perform the following. If they do so, they can choose one of their prison cards and call it to rear guard if you Soul Blast 1. Counter Blast 1 if they do so, they can choose 2 of their prison cards and call it to rear guard. So that's how you get them out. It's very interesting. Very interesting mechanic that you have to kind of work around depending on what deck you use. Like, for example, my Dragon Empire, like, I can't overdress because then if they get more cards in there, it would be really hard to get them all out at once. So I don't overdress because Trickstar can't be targeted by the prison effects. So I just use Trickstar as booster and then play the Varenas as normal and make them vanillas and swing as vanillas. And then if they imprison them, I can just counterblast 1 and get them out when I need them out back. So it's not too bad, you know. Not too bad of a deck. But yeah, that's all I got for you. Thanks for watching my double trial deck profile on Tomari and Megumi's decks. Plus, they're very cute girls, you know, so that's a plus. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time. Wish me luck on my polls tomorrow. I'll share with y'all after this weekend.